Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am NerdGame274, and in this video I want to give my final thoughts that I have on Shinobi Striker as a whole. Now, I want to give you guys a heads up. I might be comparing this beta to the other betas. Not mostly the similarities, but I'm mostly going to be talking about the differences and exactly how much I feel like the betas improved in the past two betas we've had compared to the closed and the first open beta we've ever had in this game. So, one thing for sure I want to start off on is I'm honestly really impressed with how much the game's improved. I'm like, it still needs a few things worked out, but other than that, it's really improved. Like, for example, the connection for the matches has gotten way better. I remember back then in the in the closed beta and the first open beta that we've had, the lag was absolutely terrible. Like, it was at the point where you could barely even play the game, and not only that, but with the matchmaking in it, like, I remember back then the matchmaking was terrible. Like, it took like 20 minutes just to find a match, and I remember every time that the matchmaking hit like 7 out of 8 people, and then it goes straight back to 0, and then now it's like matchmaking, it's like I found a match instantly. And honestly, for sure, the connection and matchmaking have gotten way better in this beta. Like, it's up to the point where it's like I just want to keep playing the game because I know I'm gonna easily be able to find a match. And I can say that for both PS4 and Xbox. Honestly, at first I was afraid that Xbox, like, PS4 would have good matchmaking, and then Xbox would, like, they have like terrible matchmaking because it's Xbox. You know, they don't really focus on Xbox servers as much as PS4, and that's because PS4 is gonna be the only console that gets this game in Japan. So I was afraid that they weren't really going to focus on the Xbox. But one thing for sure, I can say that both PS4 and Xbox matchmaking and the connection itself are top notch for sure, and way better than what they were in the first beta, so that's for sure. And if this is how it is going to be in the full game, for sure, I can definitely say that we will have no problem trying to play matches or even find matches through the matchmaking for sure. And that's something that's like really satisfying to hear, and for the experience as well, for to know that it's going to be this good in the full game. However, one thing that I did have a problem with, and it's not a major issue or anything, it's not going to ruin the game experience, but we really need to balance out these moves. Like, for example, Fireball Jutsu, I remember back then in the first beta, that move, the tracking was too broken and the damage was way too high for such a high accuracy move. And I know that they balanced it out in this game. I really appreciate that. But one thing for sure, like the Phoenix Flower Jutsu, the tracking on that thing is broken. I'm not really sure if it like did a high amount of damage. I think that's only if like all 6 of the things hit. But other than that, the tracking is straight broken. Like, the move can literally make like a whole 180 on you. Like, that move's like really gotta get balanced for it. And not only that, but I really want to focus on like the balancing between, like, for example, the Chidori and Lightning Blade versus like the Rasengan. I remember back in the first beta, Rasengan was a completely useless move. It had absolutely no range for sure. But like the Lightning Blade and Chidori in the first betas, those moves were straight broken because the tracking was like immense. Like, you can literally make a whole 180 with that move, which literally made no sense to me. They straight nerfed that move in this beta because Chidori and Lightning Blade, they're okay, but most of the time they're kind of useless because there's like literally no tracking anymore on those moves. Because all you do is go in a straight line, and even if it does hit, you still have to fully charge it to even do okay damage. Like, honestly, that move, it barely even does damage now. To where now Rasengan is the useful move, because now Rasengan, they've increased the range a little bit. That is really good, and not only that, but it does a lot of damage for the amount of tracking it has. Now, I'm saying maybe they should, like, I don't know, I think Rasengan's okay, but I feel like they really gotta fix the tracking on Lightning Blade, at least maybe a little, because now Lightning Blade and Chidori, because Lightning Blade and Chidori are like absolutely useless moves in this beta now, in this game now, my bad. And now Rasengan's like the new Lightning Blade and Chidori, and now they're the new Rasengan moves in this game. So please buff the Lightning Blade and Chidori moves, because now they're like absolutely useless in this game. But other than that, that's all I had to say about not about the video, but like comparing it to the other betas that we've had. But other than that, I'm gonna now focus on this beta as a whole, because one thing for sure I can say, if the full game is like it is in this beta, I can definitely say this game's going to succeed. I know like before I was like afraid about the game not succeeding because of how terrible the other betas were. But one thing for sure, they've really improved on the problems we've had in the other betas. For example, like I remember back in the other betas, you couldn't invite friends to play with you in matches, and that was like a really big problem, because it's like the game is focused on playing and working together with your friends. And if I can't invite my friends to play the game, then we're not even working on what we're supposed to focus on in this game, which is playing with friends. You know, when I play this game, I want to be able to easily invite my friends to a match, and then from there we can just keep going to matches and matches. You know, back then you had to keep on doing the matchmaking, which by the way was terrible back then, and it made it even harder because you had to keep doing matchmaking over and over again until you get paired up with your friends. Not only that, that also depends on if you're even selected to be on the team with your friends. So it was really hard, but I'm so glad they made it so much easier in this beta, to where all you do is invite your friend and they're automatically on your team. They're already automatically in your matchmaking. That makes things so much easier. I'm really glad they did that. Not only that, it's like, I know it's only a beta, but I cannot wait for the full game to come out so I can customize my ninja more, because honestly in this beta I really felt like you didn't really have a lot of again, this is only a beta, so I can understand why we didn't have as much, but I really felt like I couldn't really customize my ninja. Not only that, because like there aren't really a lot of options to change your ninja's appearance, and on top of that you can't change your moves. I don't know why they took that out. I hope that they didn't take that out in the game. Well, obviously they didn't take it out in the game, but I kind of wish that they kept it in this beta, because honestly I really wanted to use a lot more moves on my custom character besides the default moves that they already had for the beta. So I really hope that they do put that back in the full. I'm pretty sure they'll put it back in the full game, but I really just wish it was in this beta. But other than that, I'm pretty sure they'll put it in the full game, so I don't really have to worry about that. Also, another thing, now I don't know exactly why they took this out, but I remember back then, while when you could like select exactly what type of character you want or what character you wanted to play as, I remember back then when there was like 4 sets of classes like you see right here. I don't know why they took that out. I hope that they add that back in for the full game, because honestly that made things a lot easier. Like for example, you can have like 1 set of presets that are like specifically for doing online battles from like Ninja World League or from quick matches, or you can like have another set of presets that are specifically for doing certain types of mission modes, or like survival mode for example. Honestly, I don't know why they took that out. I really hope that they add that back in, because I really like the way they did that. That's gonna make things a lot easier than just having those 4 sets of 1 attack type, 1 range type, and so on. Because now it's like, if that's the way things are, then that means you like every time you want to use different moves, you just have to keep switching back to attack type and customize it over and over again. I really don't like that, because honestly I could just have the preset set just for that, like right there, because honestly that made things a lot easier to organize. So I really hope that they add that back into the full game. But overall, it's really good to see how much the game's improved from the start, because I know back then, I know the game had a pretty rocky start. You know, people weren't really as hyped because like how terrible the graphics were, and they said gameplay doesn't look very exciting. Now I can understand that, because honestly the game a little bit, it didn't look very great from the start, but like right now I'm really glad to see the position that this game's in right now. You know, people are actually giving this game a chance. I remember back then people were giving up on the game before it even started, and now it's like when the betas come out and everything, we get more news more recently, people are giving this game a chance, and I'm really glad to see that, because this is the game that pretty much all Naruto fans would be asking for. This is the first game where like you can actually play online with your friends, and like you can like run on walls. I mean like work in teams of 4. When I say play with your friends, you can work in teams of 4 with your friends, make your own squad just as you would in the anime, You can actually run on walls like this and customize your own ninja. Like, this is the first Naruto game where you can customize your own ninja, play with your own friends and everything. It's like, this is the game that we've been asking for. I don't know why people are hating on it. Maybe it's because it's not another Storm game, but like right now I'm really glad people are giving this game a chance, because honestly I can see this game having potential to be a really good Naruto game. Maybe not as good as Ultimate Ninja Storm, but I can really see it being a good Naruto game. So I'm really glad people are giving this game a chance. I'm like, hey, like they're probably going to even include clans in this game. I know we have a tuning exam tournament that they're going to be live streaming with well-known YouTubers such as like Afro Senju, Rhymestyle, OG Vex. I know that they're gonna have a tuning exam 20, so I cannot wait for that. I'm really glad to see the state that this game is going to be in right now. Not saying that there's nothing else that they need to improve in the game. Yeah, they definitely need to improve on things such as the lock-on system, because lock-on system is terrible. Balancing moves, not as much, but it is a little bit of an issue that they need to fix on. And a lot of other things that it'd be too many things to name. But overall, I cannot wait for this game. I know that I am going to definitely be pre-ordering this, and that's going to be for both Xbox and PS4, so I can play with my Xbox friends and live stream it on PS4. So yeah, this game, my final thoughts, it's in really good shape. I cannot wait for the full game. I sure cannot wait for... I'm just really glad with how well the game's doing right now. And honestly, if it's gonna be like this in the full game, I could definitely say this game will succeed. We have nothing to be afraid of with the game failing. And for all the haters out there, I'm gonna make a response video on that later. But for now, I can't wait for this game. But that's all I have to say for you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel as well. Leave your comments down below and just tell me exactly your thoughts on the game. You know, what are some issues you hope that they work out for the full game? What do you guys think about from the previous betas compared to the beta that we just had? Or anything else that you hope that they can add into the full game when it releases. But anyway, that's all I have to say for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all later.